Breaking. King Charles has officially ordered an investigation into Meghan and Harry, and the palace is in crisis. The tension between the royal family and the couple is escalating, and the consequences could be far-reaching. What does this mean for their future with the monarchy? Stick around to find out the latest details in this explosive new chapter. The story of Meghan and Harry is capturing the attention of the world. What do you think about this investigation? Is it a necessary move by King Charles, or will it just make things worse? If you agree with King Charles's action, leave a 1, and if not, comment 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to leave a sub for support. King Charles has officially launched an investigation into Meghan Markle and Harry, a pivotal decision in the history of the British royal family. After a series of controversies and scandals, the royal family could no longer ignore Meghan and Harry's actions and statements. This decision has not only captured public attention, but also marks a new chapter in the royal family's internal conflict, creating a significant turning point in the recent history of the British monarchy. This is said to be the first time in British royal history that an official investigation has been launched into members of the family. This decision not only marks King Charles's direct intervention, but also sends a strong statement that the reputation and unity of the royal family must be protected at all costs. Is this a fair response to Meghan and Harry's actions, or is it simply a strategy to restore the royal family's image in the eyes of the public? Will Meghan and Harry take this seriously enough to ensure such an investigation is truly thorough? Meghan Markle, a woman with her own career, joined the British royal family through her marriage to Prince Harry in 2018. Upon entering the royal family, Meghan's image quickly drew global media attention. However, shortly after, her relationship with other royal family members began to face challenges. Internal issues gradually surfaced through interviews and public controversies, putting the royal family in a difficult position. Meghan began to share her experiences regarding allegations of racism within the royal family, as well as the injustices she claimed to have faced during her time living there. After stepping down from official duties, Meghan and Harry continued to criticize the family, raising serious questions about the monarchy's lineage and finances. Against this backdrop, King Charles's decision to intervene comes as no surprise. The longer these issues persist, the more serious and uncontrollable they become, especially with King Charles now on the throne. King Charles cannot allow this situation to continue, as it not only affects his personal reputation, but also undermines the stability and image of the royal family. Meghan and Harry have sparked significant public outrage, and if the royal family does not respond promptly, the instability could spread and lead to chaos within the institution. Furthermore, as the British royal family is a traditional institution, publicly airing internal disputes has severely damaged the family's image. As the leader, King Charles cannot let these scandals continue to tarnish the institution he has inherited. The official investigation initiated by King Charles is not only a strategic response to protect the royal family's reputation, but also a way to consolidate his power, demonstrating that he can effectively handle complex issues. However, what's noteworthy is that this decision may not only shed light on the ongoing problems, but also spark new controversies. The continued division of the royal family in the eyes of the public seems inevitable. Will King Charles be able to maintain fairness in this investigation, or will his decision be misunderstood? This investigation is not only an attempt to resolve internal conflicts, but could also be seen as a form of punishment for Meghan and Harry, who have had a strained relationship with the royal family for years. Does this investigation genuinely aim to clarify the issues, or is it simply an effort to address internal tensions? These questions are not only for the royal family, but also a primary concern for the public. Every decision and action by the royal family carries profound consequences and cannot be taken lightly. In his effort to protect the royal institution, King Charles is fully aware that these actions could significantly impact family relationships. From maintaining stability to addressing members no longer engaged in official duties, the investigation launched aims not only to clarify the conflicts, but also to reflect King Charles's ability to handle internal family issues within an institution under immense pressure from the media and public opinion. King Charles's decision to open the investigation could be seen as an effort to restore his public authority, but is it a comprehensive solution to all the issues, or simply an action to preserve personal power within the royal family? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have had a tumultuous relationship with the royal family. Ever since they decided to step down from their official roles in 2020. Since then, the couple has consistently made public statements, including explosive interviews and remarks criticizing the royal family. These statements have made them the focal point of international media and stirred public debate. Meghan not only exposed her personal struggles, but also strongly criticized deeper issues within the royal family, particularly allegations of racism. Meghan openly shared her experiences with racism during her time as a member of the royal family, particularly in her 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey. Meghan revealed that there were conversations within the royal family about the skin color of her son Archie, leading many to question the sincerity of the royal family and the core values they claim to uphold. These accusations shocked the public and sparked waves of outrage, even though they were not backed by concrete evidence. They have damaged the royal family's image, especially as they touch on deep fundamental issues within the British royal family. Meghan and Harry did not stop at allegations of racism, but also raised questions about the royal family's bloodline, particularly concerning their children. Although these questions were not supported by concrete evidence, their public airing has led the public to start questioning the transparency and legitimacy of the royal lineage. These statements not only caused confusion about the relationships within the family, but also made many wonder if the royal family was hiding something. Furthermore, Meghan and Harry's actions have prompted the public to question whether they are using the royal family's fame to build their own careers. After stepping down from royal duties, Meghan and Harry turned to commercial activities and personal branding through lucrative contracts and charitable projects. This has sparked controversy over whether they are genuinely seeking personal freedom or simply exploiting their royal status to make money. The public began to question the couple's true motives, especially as there is little information made public about how they manage their finances and commercial contracts. Questions about the origins of these funds and how they are being used have further raised concerns about a lack of transparency and whether these lucrative deals might affect the public's respect for the royal family. The public accusations and lack of restraint in Meghan and Harry's statements have deepened the divide not only within the royal family but also in global public opinion. These actions may have negatively affected the royal family's image, leading many to question the sincerity and decisiveness of the monarchy. Can Meghan and Harry convincingly explain their actions and statements, or is this simply a way to regain the personal freedom they desire? The investigation initiated by King Charles is not a simple decision, as it is not only a response to the personal conflict between Meghan and other family members, but also a move to protect the stability and image of the royal family. The royal family is not just a regular institution, but a symbol of the nation and long-standing traditional values. Therefore, allowing members to cause public conflict would severely affect not only family relationships, but also the image of an entire nation. As the leader, King Charles cannot continue to ignore the disruption caused by Meghan and Harry, especially when their statements and actions have stirred up turmoil not only within the royal family, but also in global public opinion. The official investigation into Meghan and Harry has been announced as a strong move to protect the integrity and reputation of the royal family. This is not an easy decision, as it could further strain relationships between family members. However, in the context of the royal family facing constant criticism from the media and the public, King Charles's decision is not only a firm step, but also a statement that the unity and reputation of the royal family must be protected at all costs. The purpose of the investigation is not only to clarify the allegations made by Meghan and Harry, but also to verify the authenticity of the information they have made public, ranging from accusations of racism to doubts about the royal family's lineage and finances. As the head of the royal family, King Charles cannot allow unresolved issues to continue affecting the integrity of the family. This investigation is not only aimed at clarifying the events that have occurred, but also at helping the royal family control the baseless stories that are circulating in society. However, the question remains whether this decision will help the royal family maintain its reputation without causing unnecessary conflict or division. With the investigation now public, can the royal family avoid creating new rifts, especially between King Charles and members of the family, including Harry, to whom he has shown much affection in the past? The decision to launch this investigation reflects the responsibility King Charles feels toward the royal family, the generations that came before him, and the nation. The royal family is not just an ordinary family, but a symbol of the country and its long-standing traditional values. Therefore, allowing members to create public conflict would not only affect family relationships, but also harm the image of the entire nation. With his leadership role and responsibility to uphold the traditions of the royal family, King Charles may feel that there is no other choice but to open an investigation to clarify any issues. This investigation will not only help King Charles and the royal family address the accusations made by Meghan and Harry, but could also provide an opportunity to establish clearer guidelines for how the royal family should operate and behave in the future. The investigation launched by King Charles may uncover unresolved issues from the past, but another crucial aspect to consider is how the investigation is conducted. Will it ensure objectivity and fairness, or will it be influenced by external factors, particularly since King Charles is the head of the family and could face pressure from various sides? His involvement in the investigation might lead some to believe it is an act of bias, or simply a way to solidify his personal power within the family. A public investigation could clarify any doubts, but it could also increase division within the royal family if not carried out properly. This investigation is certainly raising important questions about fairness and King Charles's involvement. What do you think about the fairness of this investigation? Is it a fair move or simply a way to consolidate his power? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. This raises the question of whether King Charles can handle the investigation fairly and impartially, and whether he can create an environment where everyone from Meghan and Harry to other family members is given a fair opportunity to be heard and treated justly. Maintaining the integrity of the royal family and handling internal issues delicately is something King Charles must do to protect the family's reputation. This investigation also raises a significant question about whether the royal family can safeguard its reputation without creating further instability. Will this investigation help clarify pressing issues and restore the royal family's integrity? And how long will its impact last? When the news of King Charles's official investigation into Meghan Markle and Prince Harry was made public, the couple's response was far from subdued. Meghan and Harry, who have become the focal point of media and public attention, once again drew attention by openly expressing their dissatisfaction with the investigation. While some may have expected them to accept the decision calmly, the reality was quite different. Meghan relentlessly criticized the royal family and made public statements about what she perceives as the unjust treatment that she and Harry have endured. Meghan publicly criticized the royal family in a recent interview, emphasizing that she felt hurt because the family did not protect her and Harry from public accusations and criticism. She described the investigation as an attack on their dignity and their right to personal choice. These statements not only heightened tensions within the family, but also forced the public to reconsider Meghan's attitude toward the royal family. Although he has not directly participated in recent interviews, Harry also expressed his disagreement with the investigation through Meghan's statements. Meghan and Harry, with their strong statements, continue to expose what they perceive as long-standing issues within the royal family. However, rather than acknowledging the necessity of the investigation to protect the family's reputation, they continue to criticize it publicly. This not only complicates the situation further, but also leaves many feeling disappointed with the couple's attitude. Many view the investigation as an opportunity to clarify issues and resolve disagreements within the royal family. However, with Meghan and Harry's strong resistance, the question remains whether their continuous opposition will yield positive results for both them and the royal family. Although Meghan and Harry may be media stars, returning to the royal family and regaining public acceptance may not be easy if they fail to adjust their behavior. Continuing to resist without self-awareness will only distance them from the family and make it harder for the public to sympathize. It can be said that Meghan and Harry's response has highlighted an undeniable reality: their shamelessness and lack of self-awareness, as they refuse to reflect on their actions and the impact they may cause. This not only reflects an issue in their relationship with the royal family, but also underscores the deep divide between a responsible family and individuals who want to protect their personal freedom without fully understanding the long-term consequences of their actions. King Charles's decision to launch an investigation into Meghan Markle and Harry is not just an administrative action, but also a bold and strategic move. Many in the public and media have had mixed reactions to this decision. Some argue that King Charles is being too harsh and decisive, while others believe it is a necessary action to protect the royal family's reputation, which has been severely damaged by the scandals surrounding Meghan and Harry. From allegations of racism to doubts about the royal lineage and finances, King Charles can no longer turn a blind eye. As the head of the royal family, he understands that the family's reputation cannot be further jeopardized. However, the big question remains whether King Charles's action is too severe or truly necessary to protect the integrity of the family and the monarchy. Some may argue that King Charles has been too harsh in handling the situation, as his decision to open an investigation could escalate tensions within the royal family, which has long been known for maintaining a flawless public image. Bringing an official investigation into the spotlight can only deepen the existing rifts, not only making Meghan and Harry feel the strain, but also potentially making it difficult for other family members to resolve the current situation. While King Charles's decision may lead to a public investigation that could diminish the royal family's reputation in the eyes of the public, he cannot ignore the actions of Meghan and Harry, as these scandals not only affect them, but also threaten the stability and reputation of the monarchy. The decision to open an investigation is a bold move, but is it the only way to address a long-standing issue that has increasingly become more serious? King Charles must not only protect his family, but also maintain the image of the entire institution, which requires firm and decisive decisions in such a long-standing family tradition as the British royal family. Allowing scandals and conflicts to unfold in silence is simply unacceptable. Protecting the royal family's reputation is of utmost importance. Any weakening of the family's image can have severe long-term consequences ranging from losing public support to damaging international relations. As the head of the royal family, King Charles cannot rely on softer measures. The scandals created by Meghan and Harry are not just personal matters, they affect the entire institution. The decision to launch an official investigation could lead to a comprehensive solution to these issues, while also sending a clear message: the royal family will not tolerate actions that harm their unity and reputation. However, the big question remains whether these actions will truly help the royal family regain a positive image, or only deepen the rifts within the family and create new conflicts. This is the question King Charles and other family members must face. In a large and complex family like the royal family, every decision not only affects the members, but can also ripple out, impacting the entire nation and international relations. Protecting the royal family's image in the eyes of the public is crucial, but that doesn't mean sacrificing personal relationships and familial bonds. From Meghan and Harry's perspective, they may feel attacked by a power structure they no longer wish to be a part of. However, their continued resistance and refusal to reflect on their actions only complicate the situation further. They seem to overlook the fact that their opposition, rather than helping to resolve the issues, is only making everything more tense. Continuing to fight with the royal family while personal freedom doesn't provide any practical solutions for either side only deepens the divide. As the head of the family, King Charles must carefully consider decisions like these. Can he change his strategy and adopt softer measures to avoid hurting family members, or will strictness and decisiveness be the only way to protect the royal family's reputation? This is the question he must answer in the current context, where every action and decision could lead to unforeseen ripple effects. The future of Meghan and Harry within the British royal family is a topic that not only captures attention, but also raises questions about the relationship between individuals and the institution. Although the couple stepped down from their official royal roles in 2020, conflicts and controversies continue to simmer. Their actions, from publicly criticizing the family to making claims about race, lineage, and finances, have not only caused divisions within the royal family, but also profoundly affected the way the public perceives them. The investigation initiated by King Charles further clarifies the boundaries between those who have left the royal family and those who remain members of this institution. However, the biggest question remains whether Meghan and Harry will ever return to the royal family in the future, or if this relationship has been completely severed. While they have renounced their royal duties, the royal family remains a part of their lives, and they cannot fully disconnect from these ties. Looking ahead, there is some hope for reconciliation between the two sides. But this is not an easy prospect, especially as the investigation continues, and Meghan and Harry remain outspoken in their resistance. A crucial factor in reconciliation will be the willingness to change attitudes and behaviors. If Meghan and Harry wish to reintegrate with the royal family, they will need to confront long-standing issues. This will not only require regret and acknowledgement of their mistakes, but also a shift in how they communicate and handle relationships within the family. In reality, they may have to relinquish some of their personal demands in order to reconcile and accept the principles and rules that have existed for centuries within the British royal family. Whether the royal family is willing to accept Meghan and Harry back after everything that has happened in the past is not a simple question, especially after the public criticism and accusations that have caused chaos within the family. The answer cannot be immediate. The royal family is not an institution that is easily changed. and accepting the return of a member after such public controversies cannot happen overnight. The relationship between Meghan and Harry and the other family members cannot return to what it was before without changes from both sides. Especially now that King Charles has officially announced an investigation to clarify the issues related to Meghan and Harry. With their current position in society, Meghan and Harry have been able to build a significant personal career. From deals with major companies to charitable and media projects, this might make them feel that they no longer need to return to the royal family. However, this raises another question: can they maintain their public image without being linked to the royal family? Although they have built their own public identities, Meghan and Harry are still primarily known to the public because of their connection to the royal family. This could create a conflict for them, as part of them may still long for recognition from the family and institution they left behind. So can Meghan and Harry reconcile with the royal family after everything that has happened? The answer cannot be immediate, but clearly only time and change from both sides can bring them closer together. Whether reconciliation happens or not, one thing is certain: Meghan and Harry will always be part of an important story within the British royal family, whether inside or outside of it. These are questions we are still waiting for answers to, and only time will give us a clearer view. However, one thing is certain: this investigation has opened a new chapter in the lives of the couple and the British royal family. The truth will be revealed, and we all wait to see whether reconciliation is possible or if the rift will only deepen. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any thoughts or opinions on this topic, don't forget to leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos. See you in the next one.